Hey guys, so today before I get into my energetic story of the week and activity, I'm just going to share something new that I brought to my Etsy store, Inner Being Awakened Etsy store. I've pre-channeled weekly empowerment readings, so you can choose it. I've got about 3 so far. I'm going to be adding more, but you can choose it on whatever you're drawn to, and there's going to be a weekly empowerment reading for each day that's going to keep you on track, help you to recognize areas in your life where you're, just to empower you, recognize how to work with the energy of that current day, and just keep you on track moving towards your higher self. So check that out in my Etsy store. So today's energetic story is called Demons Work with What They Can See, and Spirit is a Force of Creation. Hence, living in hell versus creating the new earth. So last Saturday, we stepped into the pink moon. April's full moon is in Libra this year. It can help us to achieve harmony and balance through accountability, honest conversation, and reflection. This lunation is ruled by Venus. Any and all work done under this full moon in Libra works to introduce beauty and collaboration back into your life. So I don't always pay attention to the astrological things that are happening unless I'm guided to. And the answer to my question this week came in through the awareness to this moon. I was asking Spirit why I was being challenged with something I thought I had overcame. And I didn't even understand why I was attracting this situation. Spirit had told me before I had started a temporary job that I'd be challenged with a fear again. As I was thinking about why I was being challenged, a podcast answered my question. The healer mentioned about the pink moon in Libra and that it would bring around old things that haven't been completely worked through. I have this deep-seated fear of people being manipulated. As soon as I sense it, I cut it off, but it's the fact that I sense it and it still scares me. And what we fear is what we attract. So we can either fall back into the fear where the demonic energy has a hold over us, or we can take back our power and create a new outcome using the guidance of Spirit. Demons work with what they can see and hear, and Spirit works with intuition and creating a new way of being. So as I'm in this situation, I start to pick up on the married man's intentions. And it triggered my fear of manipulation. It took me a few days to get clarity on how to release my fear and stay in my power. So every time this person tried to get me alone, I paid attention to my inner voice and guidance from Spirit to create healthy boundaries. Oren said to me, "Nothing is going to happen unless you want it to." And that is when I really recognized my power. Until we master our tests, the universe will send these situations. I thought to myself, I have integrity, and I questioned, why am I attracting these situations where people want to use and take advantage of me? I realized it's not about the situation, but about the fear of someone taking my power away and being manipulated. Because I knew that these types of people, they're not looking for love. They're looking for a quick high. And they'll get it from anybody that is willing to kind of be manipulated by them. The demonic energy feeds off your fear, and Spirit feeds through creation. Therefore, if you have any fears, that is the weakness where demonic energy can try and pull you down and keep you in a place where it can feed on you. Faith over fear lets you soar into your potential. So I got to talking with a friend, and it put a few more energy understandings into perspective. And actually, when I was talking with this friend, this is where I had a lot of these realizations as well. And she's like, "Tracy, I just found out why people speak in tongues." And I was quite curious to hear what this was about, because throughout my life, I've heard that before. I didn't know much about it. I had a friend that randomly said she started randomly speaking in tongues. But we'll step back to that low vibe energy. And it can only work with what it sees and hears, and it has the ability to manipulate unconscious minds. Where the energy of spirit works through creation and can hear your thoughts. That's why when we pray in silence, we are heard. So say someone has like a demonic attachment. A healer could clear their energy, but wouldn't want the demons to know what was being said. So just hold that thought for a moment. There is some people that get attachments that go into really kind of like low energies and they need help of a healer. But even throughout our day, we can pick up on these attachments, and that's why we would use like a selenite to cleanse our energy, or sage. So back to a healer could clear their energy, but wouldn't want the demons to know what was being said. So they'd get the healing vibration of the healer's thoughts communicated through a scrambled language from spirit to help the healing, and not have added bad energy put on the person. So if someone is in that space where they're not really strong enough yet because they've been knocked down so far to come out of that energy on their own, you don't want anything else being added on them. So especially when you go through your tower moment or a traumatic experience, you don't want the energy being known to the low vibe energy, because it'll try and bring you down even more. And we've seen it throughout life, you know. I've seen people where they get involved in something that isn't really the best type of thing, and they keep getting manipulated. You know, it's like they keep being given that carrot or that candy, that stuff that entices them, and they follow it down into a really bad space where they can't get out, you know. And then, you know, they're on drugs and can't, you know, afford to pay their rent or whatever it might be, you know. And some people can go through life doing that and be fine, but it just depends how far manipulated you get. So basically, that scrambled language, the demonic or low vibe energy can't understand it because it only understands what it sees and hears. And that scrambled language is from spirit. So Oren always says, and we've noticed this in our own journey and talk with other people that have had these same experiences, where you start to do good and then you have something thrown your way to try and get you off track. And so that's when you really know you're on the right track, because, you know, you'll have these clear signs where it's like things that try and like pull you down, and you really, that's where it's your test again to see if you really have overcome it. But if you still feel like you don't want to draw attention to your energy, Oren always would say, don't talk about what you're going to do. You know, keep that to yourself, because depending on whom you're around, low vibe energy will work through people's fears. So if someone has, you know, they're jealous, or they're always in like a comparison state, or, you know, they want you to stay in a certain energy, they're going to basically put that energy on you through this low vibe energy. Not that they do it purposely, it's just it works through people's fears. So sometimes on the journey, you're going to want to have that extra added challenge, because it can really create friction to propel you if you're ready for that. But if you find that you want to just kind of like things to go a little bit smoother, then maybe keep things to yourself a little bit more so the energy doesn't get thrown your way. So I've been sharing activities, energetic activities from this book, The Magic by The Secret. And today's energetic activity is called Magic Money. Gratitude is riches, complaint is poverty. Christian Science hymnal. That was his quote. So if there's a lack of money in your life, understand that feeling worried, envious, jealous, disappointed, discouraged, doubtful, or fearful about money can never bring more money to you, because those feelings from a lack of gratitude for the money you have, complaining about money, arguing about money, getting frustrated about money, being critical of the cost of something, or making someone else feel bad about money are not acts of gratitude. And the money in your life can never improve, it will worsen. So no matter what your current situation is, because whether it be money or anything that you want to break free from, you always have the ability to do that. The first step is recognition. And that's really what happened to me this week when I really had those questions. I recognized I was going back to the whole meaning of that pink moon in Libra, which is accountability, honest conversation, and reflection. And those three things can really help you get clear on things and get the answers to move in a better way that's really going to improve your life and work more fully with the law of attraction. So no matter where you are at on your money journey, you want to really have gratitude. And you can start with your childhood when things were paid for you. You know, you survived without barely any money at all. So you can have gratitude for all those moments, like, did you always have food to eat? Did you live in a home? Did you receive an education over many years? How did you travel to school each day? Did you have school books, school lunches, and all the things you needed for school? Did you go on vacations when you were a child? What were the most exciting birthday gifts? Did you have a bike, toys, or a pet? Did you have clothes as you grew so quickly from one size to the next? Did you go to the movies? Did you play sports, musical instruments, pursue a hobby? And the list goes on. You know, did you go see a doctor when you were sick? Did you get medication? Did you have a dentist? So really take into account all of those things when you didn't have money and you were paid for to survive and really thrive. Be thankful and grateful for that, and that's going to be your foundation. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to get a bill. Any bill, a $5 bill, $10 bill, $20 bill, you're gonna get a sticker and you're gonna write, thank you for all the money I've been given throughout my life. And you're gonna stick it on that bill and you're gonna look at it throughout the day, at least a couple times a day, and really take into account all of those previous things of how you were taken care of by your family, by the universe. And then from there, you're gonna keep that magic dollar bill in a place from here on out where you can kind of see it regularly. And then tonight, when you go to sleep, the magic rock that's on your bedside table, you're gonna hold that in your hand and you're gonna be thankful for any opportunities where you had the ability to make money, or ideas on how to create more abundance and wealth and finances in your life. And really kind of infuse those thoughts into that stone to create that high vibe energy that's really gonna circulate throughout your house and keep you in good spirits, so you can keep creating more of your desired outcome and what's meant for you. I hope this helps for you guys. Happy healing. We're all in this together. You got this.